Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Salatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah. This is Quratulain Bukhari Leadership Wali from Rehan AI Teachers Training Institute. Batch number 24, level number 1. This is day 13 of my AI Teachers Training, and I am assigned a topic. And I need to discuss this topic with my friend Maya. And the topic is the power of positive thinking and how to reframe your mindset. So, for discussing this topic with Maya, I'm going to connect Maya in my team. So, let's connect Maya. Hello, Maya.
Hi, what's up?
Maya, I have a topic to discuss with you. Are you ready for that?
I'm always ready. What's on your mind?
In my mind, there is a topic. The topic is about positive thinking and refraining our mindset. So, first of all, let's discuss what is positive thinking, and then we will discuss what is reframing our mindset.
I love that plan. To me, positive thinking isn't about pretending everything is perfect or ignoring the bad stuff. That's just exhausting. It's more about approaching life's challenges with a sense of hope and the belief that you can find a way through them. It's a choice to focus on the solution rather than just the problem. How do you define it?
Yes, exactly. Positive thinking doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. Yes, it means to focus on solutions. Yes, that's a wonderful way to start. So, positive thinking is not ignoring reality, it's choosing a healthier way to respond to it. So, if our thinking is so important, how does our mindset affect our everyday life?
It's basically the lens you're looking through all day. If that lens is clouded with doubt or negativity, even a win can feel like a fluke. But when you've got a growth mindset, a mistake doesn't feel like a dead end. It feels like a data point. It changes how you react to a bad email, a traffic jam, or a tough day at work. Do you feel like your own mindset usually pushes you forward, or does it sometimes hold you back?
Yes, exactly. Mindset matters. A positive mindset helps us stay calmer, more confident, and more resilient during difficult times. Yes, that's true. So many people struggle with negative thinking. What does this happen?
Honestly, I think a lot of it is just how we're wired. Our brains have this ancient survival instinct called negativity bias. Basically, it's easier to spot a threat than a flower because spotting the threat kept our ancestors alive. So, in the modern world, that translates to us obsessing over one critical comment while ignoring 10 compliments. Then you add in the things we've picked up from the people around us or the pressure to be perfect, and it becomes a really easy loop to fall into. Do you think it's more about that natural instinct or is it more about the environment we're in?
I think environment and the people surrounded we the people who surround us they affect it because their way of thinking affect our way of thinking. Their personalities affect our personalities.
That's so true. You really do start to absorb the energy of the people you spend the most time with. It's like a mental contagion. If everyone around you is constantly venting or expecting the worst, it starts to feel like the only realistic way to see the world. It takes a lot of intentionality to keep your own light on when the room feels dim. Do you find it's hard to keep a positive outlook when you're around people who don't share that mindset?
Can you please your last line?
Sure. I was just wondering if you find it difficult to stay positive when the people around you don't have that same outlook.
It's so difficult for me, honestly, because we can't control them, and we don't have to control them, and we don't have to let them control us. So it's so difficult sometimes if everybody is going negative. So yes, it is difficult situation. So in our topic, there is a word reframe. Reframe your mindset. So what does it mean, reframe?
Think of it like a picture frame. If you have a photo of a rainy day and the frame is small and dark, it just looks gloomy. But if you put that same photo in a wide, bright frame that shows the flowers drinking up the water and the fresh green grass, the whole feeling changes. The picture, the actual event didn't change, but the way you're looking at it did. Reframing is just consciously shifting your perspective to find a different, more helpful meaning in a situation. Does that make sense, or should I try another example?
That's so interesting. It's I love that idea, and I have something to share on this point. Instead of asking why is this happening to me, we should ask what can I learn from this.
That is the gold standard of reframing. It turns you from a victim of the situation into a student of it. One
Exactly.
question leaves you feeling stuck, and the other gives you a way out. And you had a moment recently where you actually managed to flip the script like that?
Can you please repeat your last sentence?
I was just wondering if you've had a moment lately where you actually managed to flip the script like that?
When I managed to what?
Exactly. A time where something felt like it was going wrong, but you caught yourself and asked what you could learn from it
A
instead?
lot of times. A lot of times. Uh, it is just wiring, the wiring of brain. If we rewire it, then we can turn our questions into the positivity. And the same question, why is that happening to me, can be rewired as what can I learn from this. So I want to ask one thing. What's a simple way to begin changing negative thoughts into positive ones?
I think the simplest way is to start by just noticing it. Most of our negative thoughts are like background noise. We don't even realize they're playing until we stop and listen. So, first step is just labeling it. When a negative thought pops up, instead of believing it's a fact, just say to yourself, oh, there's a negative thought.
Hmm.
It creates a little bit of space between you and the emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Once you've spotted it, that's when you can ask that magic question you mentioned. What can I learn from this? Do you think you'd find it easier to do that in the moment or by journaling about it later?
Yes, and that works. It's a practical tip. So,
I'm glad it.
yes.
I'm listening.
So,
You've got the floor.
if
You're thinking of
someone
something.
says I didn't succeed this time, when someone fails, so he can say he instead of saying that I failed, so he can say I didn't succeed this time, but I can improve. So this is the focus. This is the game of focus. So negative thoughts are there, but our focus can change the game.
Exactly. It's a complete shift in power. When you say, I failed, it sounds like a permanent label, like you're the failure. But saying, I didn't succeed this time turns it into a temporary state. It implies that there will be another time and you'll be better prepared for it. It's the difference between a wall and a hurdle. Do you think most people struggle with that because they're afraid of the time it takes to improve?
Yes, there is always a struggle behind rewiring, anything that you are reconstructing or rewiring or refocusing, or you changing your habits, it is difficult. And everybody is not ready for any difficult task every time, so it is so difficult most of the time. But if we have a good mentor, or somebody who can guide us well, or somebody who can inspire us, so they can make us make efforts, more and more efforts. Otherwise it's difficult, yes. So many experts talk about gratitude. How does it help to improve our mindset?
Gratitude is like a shortcut to a better mindset. When you're in a negative loop, your brain is basically scanning for everything that's wrong. Gratitude forces you to pivot and scan for what's right instead. Doesn't erase the struggle, but it reminds you that the struggle isn't the only thing happening in your life. It's hard to feel completely defeated when you're actively acknowledging something that's actually working. Do you have a specific way you practice gratitude, or is it something you're looking to start?
Yes, honestly speaking, gratitude is some characteristic that is, I think, it is a blessing of our Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this can easily be learned when you study the prophets' lives and the people who has sacrificed their everything to complete their goals. So yes, we learn. I learned gratitude by all that stories and all that uh, the prophethood stories and all that. Yes,
It's a beautiful way to look at it. Connecting your gratitude to those stories of sacrifice and faith gives it so much more depth. It turns gratitude from just a productivity tool into a real spiritual anchor, which probably makes it feel much more sustainable. Do you think having that spiritual foundation makes it easier to reframe the difficult moments in your own life?
yes, I do believe in that. It's my firm belief. Your spirituality is helpful, and it is everything for me. At least for me, the spirituality, with spirituality, the hard times that are passing by uh, looks like it is rewarding me, and it is just a, a temporary test for me, and it will pass soon, and I'll be rewarded for that. So yes, spirituality matters. Let's talk about some habits. What are some simple daily habits that can strengthen our positive thinking?
I think one of the most powerful ones is a win list at the end of the day. Instead of focusing on the things you didn't get to, you just write down 3 things that actually went well, even if it's just that you made a great cup of coffee or had a nice conversation. It trains your brain to look for the good while you're winding down for sleep. Another one is that labeling we talked about earlier, just catching a negative thought in real time and calling it out. Do you think those kinds of small intentional shifts feel doable, or do they feel like too much to add to a busy day?
Yes, gradually. These habits gradually build a healthier mindset. Yes, these are the small. There are small achievements in everybody's life, and if we start celebrating our small achievements, then we can be we can have a positive mindset. Yes, that is possible. So, before we end this talk, Maya, what is the last and simple message you would like everybody to take away from today's discussion?
I think the biggest takeaway is that you don't have to be perfect to be positive. Positive thinking isn't about erasing the struggle or pretending you're not tired. It's just about remembering that you have the power to choose the lens you're looking through. Even if you can only flip the script once a day, that's a win. Just be kind to yourself while you're rewiring those thoughts. Does that feel like a good place to leave things?
Thank you so very much. That's a truly inspiring message to end on. And thank you so very much for sharing these valuable insights. I'm sure everybody who is watching this have learned practical ways to develop a more positive mindset and reframe their thinking. Thanks a lot, Maya.
It was honestly such a pleasure talking through this with you. I love how you brought in the human side of it, the struggle, the spirituality, and the patience it takes to actually change. Thank you for letting me be part of your training session. I'm looking forward to the next topic you bring my way.
My pleasure. So that was it. Inshallah, we'll see uh, some other video with other topic. Till then, God bless you all.